to Hermit Woods, where there's a story in every bottle.
Hey!
We're live again. Another Monday. It's happened. A whole another week has gone by.
Clink, clink,
And
clink,
here we
clink,
are, and
clink,
all is present and counted for. Cheers. Cheers, everybody. Welcome to our Monday night show. Exciting day today. We have a few things to talk about, but before we do that, just going to get through some basics. I know you guys are going to try and avoid that, but below Ken is a subscribe button on the YouTube page.
It's not. There's nothing down here. I've looked down here.
On the Facebook page, there's a little bell. You can push the little bell, and if you subscribe to Facebook or YouTube, you will learn every single time we go live, you'll get a little notice saying that we're going live. And we may go
Do I need
live.
to mute your mics? Do I need to mute your
I think
mics
you
over
need
there?
to- You can shut them down. There you go. Just shut them down.
No,
So-
you know, just saying. No,
Every Monday, we go live at 5:30, and we look forward to sharing stories with all of you out there. And we also go live from other random places, like recently on the tops of the Alps in France, and maybe on the lake or on a boat in the middle of Narragansett Bay. Who knows? So subscribe to our page and join us for conversations about wine, possibly beer, and other alcoholic beverages on occasion. And if you like what we're talking about, please share the broadcast with your friends and like our broadcast. And if you're here with us today, please make a comment. Let us know you're here. Ask questions if you like. We'll try and answer your questions on air. Let us know what you're drinking if you're joining us with a beverage this evening. And I think I've covered all the bases. I think we lost Ken. Oh, good. He's going to turn off
all the regular things. But we've got something special this week.
We've got something really special.
Specials.
So before we start the show, we're going to do something special. This is a very special day. It happens to be Travis's 31st birthday. Happy birthday, Travis.
Happy birthday, Travis.
And it's the day after Ken's 32nd birthday. Did I get that right? Something like that? 38?
I think it's
38?
it's actually the 30th anniversary of my 31st birthday.
There you go.
There we go.
It's the 30th anniversary.
We're celebrating the
Of my
30th
31st
anniversary of his 31st birthday. There you go. So cheers to Travis and Ken.
Yeah.
Happy birthday!
Happy birthday. And we have a little cake here for, we have our very local Hannaford's Market made up a very nice little cake for us to have. So we'll cut a little piece of that. And we have some deep red in our glasses. Who's going to have a little piece of cake with us today?
I'll have a very thin sliver.
A very thin sliver.
Very thin
That's
sliver.
good.
Well, we have other
We
delightful
have lots of things to eat today. Because why? What are we talking about today?
We're talking about dessert, which is convenient because we had birthday cake, so it works
How about
out
that?
very well that it fits in perfectly with our theme. So in honor of Valentine's Day next week and the event that we're doing on Sunday that we'll get into more details of, we are doing desserts, chocolate cake, cookies, cake, all sorts of delightful things, and pairing with dessert wine and wine in general. It's a lovely topic. I think we've done a show like this frequently on Valentine's Day, but every year it's a little different. We have different offerings, and this year we got birthday stuff. So
The Valentine's event is going to include some chocolates.
yes, it is.
Oh, yeah.
That's always a good thing.
Which is
Are you having one, Ken?
Nope, thank you.
nice
Your birthday.
multiple layer.
Can I say, no, I don't want cake on my birthday?
Your birthday present is now you not having cake.
Great, thank you.
Just
Great
saying.
present.
It's an anti-present. It's invented
Oh, yeah.
here
Mm.
at Hermit Woods.
Oh, so now we get to try, before we do on to anything else, we should sample this deep red wine you can tell us about, Ken,
Yes.
with this chocolate cake. And Travis, I think you will all do us a favor, unless Merike protests. if you bring this home to your family.
Protest. It's my cake.
And
I
your
bought
kids will
it.
eat it and run around and bounce off.
I thought you bought it for Travis.
I bought it for Travis and Ken. I don't know. I would much rather Travis take it home.
Yeah. Maybe he'll leave a piece for you.
I don't need a piece. I've got a piece. There's also cupcakes downstairs from Stephanie. She
Oh,
brought in for Travis.
I saw some cupcakes.
Mhm.
Yeah, very good.
Travis, what do you think? Does it go with the wine?
Looks pretty well.
All right. Yeah, I would think the raspberry would go nicely. This is a bit like the deep blue, just concentrated pure wild blueberries. But in this case, we're using raspberries and we're using some honey in the ferment. So this is a honey raspberry concentrated dessert wine.
And it goes brilliantly with
Yeah.
the chocolate cake.
Yeah, I think the raspberry deep chocolate
It
combo
brings,
is.
it changes, it changes the whole cake into a black.
Well,
forest
raspberry
cake.
and chocolate is one of those things, right?
It's just so perfect.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I mean, that's just like, it adds like a black forest component berryness externally. It's brilliant. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Talk amongst yourselves. We're just having.
Gonna go away.
Did anybody share what they're having to drink?
We do, yes.
What
So
do we got?
Karen's got some homemade Cabernet, and Christine is drinking heirloom crab apple tonight.
All right.
Two that we've shared.
Excellent.
That goes well. That's really
Got
nice.
a good crowd on there. Wishing happy birthday to all of you, of course.
So the heirloom crab apple, we don't want to reveal the big reveal yet, but we have a really special potential opportunity with the heirloom crab apple.
Just a total
confused.
tease.
Yeah.
It's a total tease. You just gotta bring it out.
I'm a marketer.
Is that what you're doing?
Oh, you're being
I missed that
marketed
marketing
to.
101.
Yeah, I
You're
just
supposed to tease,
Creating
say you're
a
gonna
hype.
say, not say something, and then you kind of say it.
I would.
You know,
I think it's exciting news, and I want to share it, but I can't because
Why
it's
not?
not fair. Because it's too early. Because we don't have anything agreed upon. We don't have a plan yet. But when we do, and we know it's going to happen, because I don't want to share something and then have to be
Would it
the
something
bearer of
collaborative,
bad news.
maybe? Collaborative a little
Could
bit?
very well be
Could
something
very little bit collaborative.
collaborative with another organization
Yes,
in the state of New Hampshire.
kind of like the Stoneface co-op.
Yeah.
But
So-
not Stoneface. It's not a place. It's not a brewery.
But as someone
There,
that-
there might be some barrels
might be
involved.
some barrels involved.
I think we should leave it at that.
I would leave it at that.
We should-
Felt
you
that
mentioned
we're getting
Stoneface,
too
we should-
close to the edge.
We should bring up Stoneface again, though. So we had a great weekend last weekend. We did talk about this last week, but last weekend we had pond hockey. It was a frigid,
balmy
A little
weekend.
cold out.
a little
huh?
cold out. But people came in from the cold and enjoyed it. And we had Twin Barns, Stoneface, and Reckless were all here pouring samples.
That
Had a
was
great
so much
crowd
fun.
and such a good time chatting with those folks.
It was so good.
With Stoneface and Reckless, we had the owners were here
Yep.
giving out, and Twin Barns had Marlene, who's their distribution manager, who's come to events here before. So it was,
Great.
we had just a great crowd, and yeah, really fun getting to chat with all of them.
One
And
correction, it
Travis
wasn't
was
the
grilling
Stoneface. It wasn't the Stoneface owners.
Oh, no,
It was,
head brewer.
Head brewer.
But- which I'd say when giving out beer samples is probably just as
More important.
We don't grill.
just as if not
We
more
don't
important.
grill. We're not allowed to grill.
Mhm.
Oh no, we're grilling next weekend, but we didn't grill this week
Bob,
because it was
I need another
Too
splash of
cold
cake
outside.
for my
Okay.
splash of cake.
Yeah, we intended to grill, but we didn't want to abuse
A little cold.
anyone on our deck for the
Yeah.
time it would take to grill up a. They'd probably be dead by the time the first sausage was done. You'd find some frozen relic of a chef on the.
Probably by the time
porch.
you get it off the grill and carry it in, it would.
It would be cold again.
Oh, for sure it would be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So I have an issue.
Uh-oh.
I'm watching this brilliant dessert that I had a taste of on Thursday, absolutely melting into oblivion here, Travis.
So do we
And I
need
think
to?
that this is a crisis that needs to be addressed before it turns into just a molten.
Oh, he's
blob.
still hungry, I think.
No,
This
I didn't
actually-
think
this is
it-
great, too, 'cause I
it's leaving
think-
that for later, but this is, I mean, we're gonna miss the window of, life is short.
That's true.
So I think we should talk about that before or eat it. Let's just eat
You
it.
just want to eat it. I think he wants to eat it.
We'll just
Bob.
eat
Yeah.
I think that's what he's doing here.
But
Look
what
at
He
that.
wants tells the audience to go back to whatever.
What is it that we're looking at?
So that is a vanilla white cake with a apple compote, caramel apple compote, and whipped cream.
Apple caramel compote.
I can attest that this is delicious. I had some the other day. We had this at our
Chuck is
club
going in.
party.
Check just going for it.
Talking.
Wow.
Proof is in the pudding.
Look at him. Oh.
Pudding. I didn't-
It's not pudding,
I think
it's
that's
cake. You're gonna have a little chocolate on yours, okay?
That's fine.
Good.
So this dessert in some form we're going to have at our event on Sunday. So we should talk about our event on Sunday.
Yeah.
So we're doing a Valentine's Day wine and dessert pairing event. We've done this event most years, except 2020 pending, I suppose. Or no, we did have it in 2020 because it was pre-March. It was right around now. But anyway, it's a great event.
We've had this event
yeah.
every year.
Every year, I
For
think.
years.
Yeah. So we'll have, if any of you have been to these types of tastings, we'll have several stations set up around the room, and each station will have some tasty desserts or chocolates or pastries or cookies paired with a couple of our dessert or sort of dessert-esque wines.
You
They're
said seven wines?
I think there will be 8 wines.
8 wines.
2 at each station, 4 stations.
Oh, it's a good
And
deal.
it's not just us. We've invited some of our favorite local vendors to join us. So we'll have Winnipesaukee chocolates here, and they'll be sampling a bunch of their different varieties of chocolate.
Winnipesaukee chocolate. They've been here from the very first Valentine event.
Yep.
We've been carrying their chocolate since 2014, maybe, definitely 15. So for
Yeah,
for
since
years.
7, 8, 9, 8 or 9 years, we've been carrying their chocolate, and they're great folks. They make a great product. Before you continue, we should have a wine that goes with this, because
Yeah.
I'm
Melange
guessing that
Blanc.
doesn't.
Well, it's not bad.
No?
It's not bad, but this goes better.
It's not
with
right.
chocolate.
It's better
Melange
with
Blanc
chocolate.
for sure.
Yeah, this goes better with chocolate. So I think there's got to be another choice.
Melange Blanc.
Yes, that's our recommendation. And then we'll have Loon Chocolates is coming up from Manchester. They'll be giving out samples and pairing with some of our dessert wines.
Moon chocolates?
Loon
Oh,
Chocolate.
Loon.
Yep. And then we have Heather, right, from Springerly Bakery. She's the one that makes those delightful, intricate cookies. Excuse me.
She's got to clean her glass.
I gotta clean my glass with wine.
Yeah.
And then our 4th station will just be some decadent desserts
Secret
provided by
bottle.
Travis. So that other bottle is not Melange Blanc. We'll have to grab from the fridge.
Oh, yeah, we're out.
We're out. This is just for us.
I'll see if
There's
I
no
think
more
there should be one in the
for
fridge. Let me check.
everybody.
We've interrupted your promo.
I know.
The commercial.
I know.
We'll get back
I
to
know.
it. We'll give us a
Back.
chance to talk about it again. Chuck's hungry, Marika.
be-
We got to
It
feed
would
Chuck.
be in the back right,
No,
down
this
the bottom
was-
there.
we were losing our
if we have
dessert.
another bottle.
Melting.
Might need to go downstairs.
Oh, this Melange Blanc is just, wow. And it is by far already capturing the flavors
Oh,
of this.
oh yeah.
Even though I just tasted it, I still had the apple-ness, right?
Did you get it?
Just
Yeah.
like,
This goes with Melange Blanc all day long. Yeah, absolutely.
did you put Melange Blanc into the compote as you cooked it, Travis?
Nope.
Ooh, I bet that would work.
Mm.
It's just apple. So Ken, why does apple seem to want to?
Because there's apple in the Melange Blanc.
Because there's apple in Melange Blanc?
Yeah, ding,
No
ding, ding, ding,
way.
ding, ding, line them up.
Wow.
So Ken, I feel like Ken, you've got to tell us more about Melange Blanc because it's one of those. It's got so many different
Well,
things.
what
That's
I
why we have to
really
call it
need to talk
Melange,
about
right?
is I need to figure out how I'm going to make this again because I want to make this again. We're running out of it.
What?
And I haven't made it since 2017. I haven't made this wine for 5 years.
Oh my goodness, Ken.
6 years. Well, it's always just so much space and time,
I know. You know,
containers. So I'm going to
can I
make
share what happened with Melange Blanc
last
last night?
Oh my God. Wow. I think
So-
we have to pull this off the menu because it's too good. People's heads are going to explode. It's going to be messy.
So last night,
No?
for Ken's birthday, we got to spend some time together to celebrate with Ken at his house last night. And one of the things we celebrated with was a bottle of Chateau Yquem 2016 Sauterne, which was, oh my God,
Sublime.
sublime, absolutely sublime. It was really, really delicious. If you haven't had one, you should go and get one. Anyway, this is one of, yeah, maybe not.
I'm going to push that you maybe should go and get this instead. Much better price point.
Yeah, well, the price point is a matter, an important matter. Then you would definitely want to get this. But no, that's one of the finest wines in the world.
Yep, no, very good.
It's-
One, yeah,
It's
sweet aperitif.
yeah. And we followed it up with some
With
Melange Blanc, and I was blown away that I continued to enjoy it as much as I enjoyed the Sauterne. The Sauterne was a more refined wine. They've been making these wines for hundreds of years in Bordeaux. They've been making them from the same vineyards and in the same way and in a very practiced
They got it
way.
figured out.
They've got to figure it out. But it was mind-blowing that we could follow it with a wine that we made here in New Hampshire with local fruit that we made ourselves, and that it still held up on my palate as a really delicious wine experience. That was amazing to me. I don't know how to say that. I don't know how to talk about that, other than it really felt great to be able to know that we created a wine that
You need a little chat AI to help you.
yeah,
Articulate.
absolutely. Log in later and write something up.
Eventually there'll
Put
be
forward.
an interface where we can just speak for you.
It would be really helpful for me. I'll just dial in, tune my brain out and bring chat GBT in there. And
It might fry the system. Directly connected neurally to his brain. All right, say what he's thinking. No, don't do that.
No, don't do that. Yeah.
So what is it? What is in the Melange Blanc, Ken? It's a long list of things. I always have to look at the label.
Lots of different stuff. It's basically similar to Lake House White, but very concentrated. So there's no water added, so you get really intense flavors. Rhubarb, peaches, quince. This doesn't say rose hips, but I'm sure there are rose hips in here. Pear,
Hair.
yeah, hit some
That's
pear.
one of the things that
Yeah.
hits
I think
us
it's,
out.
yeah, it's
And
the
crab
pear,
apples.
pear and the crab apple.
And crabs and
Those are
dolgos
both
in there.
big hitters in this dessert. Yeah.
I remember my first fall, we were mulling this a lot and it was delightful.
That was the earlier vintage.
The last,
Yeah,
the last
yeah.
vintage, I think we were trying
That
to
vintage
use up some of the last
wasn't as
vintage.
Sweet, wasn't as concentrated,
Mhm.
and the mulling really was great.
Mhm.
I would
A
not
lot of
recommend
fun.
mulling this one.
No, I think we just have this the way it is.
Yes, that would be. It would almost be a shame to
Fair.
put this in a mulling spice. This is perfection. This is, I think, up there with your top 5
And
wines.
it's going to be
ever
gone in a
made.
bit, and then that's gone.
I know. I'm
Was
gonna
this-
have to
was this the one that
stock
you
my
did in
cellar
an
up.
Open oak barrel. You took the top off. Is that this vintage?
Pretty sure.
And it was just this cauldron of bubbling peaches and crab apples, and
Yeah, I love that
it was so neat to look at.
ferment. Yeah,
It was
Right.
and then when you did it, if this is the one that you did it.
I'm pretty sure it was this one.
Oak barrel.
Yeah.
That was fun.
Could you pass the Melange Blanc? Thank you.
we're having
So
sex.
we had this after
Did
we
you
had
get some?
last night we did a taste testing with the 2016 Chateau Yquem, and then we had this afterwards. And initially Ken felt like, wow, this isn't even the same playing field. And then a few minutes later, it's like, this is so much
Just a little
harder to make. This is a melange.
Good.
Nope,
Is that
don't worry.
good?
That's fine.
It'll be
A
fine.
melange. I can't pour and talk at the same time. And this is so much more complicated. I mean, the level of detail that somebody in the vineyard in Chateau Yquem is looking at the noble rod and the fruit and picking it at the right time and then putting it in the processing. You're just taking 5 ingredients that change every year, putting them together and then nurturing them into something that comes out like this. I mean, I think that it's a different skill set. Coming up with something.
It's definitely a different way of making wine. for sure.
Yeah, no, I just think that there's nothing like
Thank
this.
you. Yeah.
This anywhere. I mean, I have, there's no grapes in it. First off, I mean, and
I want to
really
see
good.
how long this will age out.
Yeah, I don't think we should sell any more of this
Yeah.
and just leave it for like 20 years.
Okay.
Right. Take like.
Like
50
He's
years.
next time we move the warehouses.
Yeah.
He's moving the
We're
library.
going to the library. Okay, maybe we should save a case. And then,
Right, exactly.
Drink it in 20 years.
Exactly.
Or maybe if there's some left, maybe somebody out there could buy some and try this experiment. But I think this is just going to get better.
Yeah, it's going to be fun to make another batch.
Oh, is there one possibly in plan this year, or you think you'll wait another year?
I don't know. There's so many things going on. We'll see. I hope so. It all a question of what we end up with,
Fruit
what
wine.
I have enough of fruit wise, yeah.
Matt will help with celery.
I'm not good at that. Matt, you're always willing to help.
Mm.
Travis, if you're not feeling well
Yeah.
and you want to
Yeah.
make
Travis
a
got
graceful exit.
a birthday present of a cold from the year,
Negative 40
from the
degrees.
negative 40 degrees.
No,
Get some rest.
Thank you,
Some wine,
Travis.
and some
thank you,
cake.
Travis.
Take the cake. Take the cake.
Take the
Happy
cake
birthday.
Happy
Yeah,
birthday,
take the
Travis.
and eat it too.
Night, Travis. See you Wednesday.
Yeah, that's fun. Have a cold on your birthday.
Yeah, no, that's no fun.
And apparently there is some truth to cold helping contribute to respiratory issues because it breaks down the mucus.
Oh, yeah. So let's talk about wine.
Nice.
Yeah, that's the
Good around, but
And makes
So how
you
about
more
chocolate?
vulnerable.
I'd rather
We had
coat my
chocolate
throat with
coming.
these lovely things than mucus. Or think about it.
Colds and whatnot.
No, we don't.
Yeah, so this was a great pairing, and this is coming up next week.
This was 2 in a row.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't even think of wine and cake, but these wines, those 2 wines have just made
Especially
the
with
whole
the-
cake
well,
experience that
pineapple
much better.
cake with the Sauterne.
Oh, that was also.
There was a little off balance in the amount of sugar, the
Yeah,
sweetness
yeah.
between the two, but the flavors,
Flavors were
Beautiful.
spot on.
and that's what I had read about Sauterne going with something with that
So
pineapple.
it was fascinating because we started the Sauterne with a pate
Right.
as at the beginning of the meal, and it went brilliantly with the
Because it's supposed
pate.
to. That's the,
And then we had it at the end of the meal, and it went brilliantly with dessert.
Yeah.
And I guess that the woman who was here today, the wine representative who was here, we were chatting with, she mentioned one of your wines that she tried. I wasn't sure it was the right one for that, but she mentioned having it as both a dessert or an aperitif, and in the same way. And that's kind of a new concept for me. I don't think of wines as fitting well both at the beginning and
the
end.
hard part is to nail the sweetness.
Yeah.
The flavor part you can sort of line up if you think about it, kind of like the raspberry with the
sure.
chocolate. But it's that balance of sweetness.
Right.
When we did that farm to table dinner wild forage component thing down in Manhattan back 7 or 8 years ago,
9 years ago.
9 years ago. And we were invited to this special dinner. They flew in a chef from Maine or something, who forages for stuff and creates all sorts of interesting things. And they wanted our wine made out of blueberries, our Petit Bleu. So we brought it down, and our Petit Bleu is a dry wine, and it goes with your main course. And this guy paired it with a dessert. And I was like, oh no. I assume the chef tried the wine and thought about how it was going to pair. This is a big to-do. This is a big fancy thing. There were people that report on food and wine and everything there. And the guy made a dessert that wasn't sweet. It had all this umami. It was this, I forget what it was. It was some sort of a light-colored pastry-like thing. And he had toasted some wild foraged black trumpet mushrooms along with some other toasted bark from a tree that was sprinkled on top. So it was a very savory dessert. And the Petit Bleu went perfectly with it. Wow. It was like, great. I was like, it was a mixed assemblage, I thought, because they took our regular, main course wine and put it at the end, but it went perfectly with it.
Right?
And I think, some of these wines can be done in different ways, used that way. She was talking about the flower power,
Yes.
I think, but I don't
Yep.
think that would work
I don't see
unless
it
you had a
with,
savory dessert.
yeah, I had a hard
Yeah,
time imagining it for dessert.
Having well-aged Parmesan cheese
Mm.
for dessert.
Yeah.
Something like that. A cheese,
Yeah,
a
that could
cheese
work.
course.
I definitely have a lot of time at the tasting bar when we're serving the chocolate with the deep blue, usually, or one of our dessert wines. We have people mention how much they like just having even a dry red wine with dark chocolate. They like
Yeah.
it as, whether it's necessarily dessert, I don't know, but.
Have we explored the range with this wine and as an aperitif and dessert? What things? What else? Have we
I've never had
explored
this
there?
with pate.
Yeah.
We might have to try that.
Yeah,
bet
may
that would be-
well go.
I bet it could be
Would there
really
be
good.
some cheeses that it would go with them as well? I don't know. Maybe.
I think it's possible.
We're going to have to do some
We're
more
gonna have to
eating
do
and
some-
drinking.
I think there's some
I
research.
think we should.
Oh,
do
And
that.
darn.
so if anybody else out
Such
there
hard
has
work.
some input on that, that would be welcome.
Matt, I bet you Matt has
Matt
tried
has
this
tried
with
that, so
other
that's-
things.
Our input so far is Priscilla says that mushrooms to her are no way, no how for desserts. Nope.
I didn't think so
Big
either.
no.
I didn't think that was going to work, but it came off really nice. It wasn't heavy-handed at all.
Yeah.
This was like a little sprinkle.
Very
like
subtle, yeah.
cinnamon.
Oh, so the
Sprinkled
mushroom
something.
was just like a decorative.
Yeah, it was a little
Hint
decorative
spice.
spice, but it was part of the dessert. It wasn't like sauteed mushrooms or something
Mm-hmm.
at all. But we could do this again. I think we've done a couple of Facebook Lives where we are sort of closely trying to pair different things with different wines.
Yeah.
And sometimes it can get quite complicated and you sort of lose what's going on. We could just do one wine or two wines with a whole bunch of different foods.
And the most varied foods we can get, like get some
Yeah,
Yeah,
some
but something
cheeses
at the end of
and
the range.
meats and dessert and
Sweet,
a
salty,
sort of
you know.
meal thing. That would be very interesting.
We have to consider ways to include pate on our boards.
Okay.
Shouldn't we?
Yep, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
Must
I
be
don't know
made
why we
locally.
haven't done that.
There must be some people. that
Yeah,
do it locally.
absolutely. We have never had pate, I don't think. Maybe I can remember we did at one point. But anyway, it was fleeting. Haven't had it in a while.
Right.
I think this would go well with some pate.
Yeah.
Like a country pate, some
Mhm.
nice ham, a little saltiness and that savory kind of thing. Probably work in there.
Yeah.
I'm going to have fun trying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, for sure.
Matt thinks the darker melange would be nice with mushrooms.
That one, yeah, that's got some great.
We'll probably be breaking that out next Sunday. I think that'll be one of the pairings.
That would be
So do
really
you
good.
so you still don't know what the 8 wines are?
Pretty sure.
What are they?
We'll be doing deep red and passion popper for Winnipesaukee chocolates at their table. They're going to have a huge array. When they show up for these events, they bring, 20 different chocolates and little bits of all of them. But I told them to make sure that they had the Little Squam Lake and Becky's Garden, because we'll have to, maybe as our next pairing or next wine, if you want to open that bottle of passion popper, Ken.
Is that the one with the cardamom?
Yes.
Yeah.
So
That's a great
this
pairing.
chocolate, or here, I'm gonna finish my spiel and then we'll talk about that. So they're gonna have those. We'll have passion popper and deep red
Yep.
with Winnipesaukee chocolates, and then Loon chocolate is going to have the melange paired with this chocolate. I believe they're sort of 72% just sort of pure dark
Yep.
chocolate, and then they weren't sure what the other chocolate they're bringing, but most of their chocolates are good dark chocolates. I think I'm gonna hopefully pair their second chocolate with Northern Berry.
Okay.
So nice,
That'll be good.
not a dessert wine technically, but one of our sweeter,
Good.
it's in
sweet
a
enough
different
for the
way.
right
Yeah.
Dessert. Yeah.
And definitely is nice with some dark chocolate. And then Heather with her cookies, she's going to send me exactly what cookies, but she was here last year and we gave her the same 2 wines. So I think she has those in mind.
Oh, that's a cute cookie.
Yeah. So she's
Spring
going to have
roll
a couple different types of cookies, and we're going to have mulled petite blue.
Spicy gingerbread?
Yeah. So probably she might have a spiced cookie of some kind paired with mulled wine, petite blue probably, and then deep blue. And then with this lovely cake, we're going to have the Melange Blanc, and then Travis is going to come up with something else from the kitchen to pair with sparkling Winnie Rosé. Because we're doing a special this from now until Valentine's Day, sparkling Winnipesaukee Rosé is 15% off. So we're sort of featuring that. It's a good Valentine's Day wine, sort of celebratory, and I feel like Rosé has got
everybody
loved
splash
that.
of sparkling rosé when they walk in the door for Valentine's?
We could do that. As of now, we're planning on pairing it with something at one of the stations, but we could do that and then put Cirque du
We've done
Strawberry
that
at
in
one of the
past
stations.
for Valentine's Day, and it really seemed to make it
Yeah.
a very special thing.
Give them. Actually, we put a table at the door with all the glasses,
Oh yeah.
and as everybody comes in, they
So
get
we should do
glass and
a
splash.
splash.
And then they
So
carry
then
that
a splash
glass with
of
them
Winnie Rosé
throughout.
at the door. I
They
like
will
that.
pay it from station to station.
Yeah. So a splash of Winnie Rosé at the door, and then maybe Cirque du Strawberry is what we'll pour at our other station.
Oh, there you go.
'Cause I was hoping to do that one too, so that'll be well. So this pairing, I think, is one of the funkiest and most interesting pairings that I've ever seen here at Hermit Woods. So we pair this wine with
And I think one of the best. I mean,
because it's just so unique.
it's not just funky.
On-
It's
It
good.
It works.
It works.
So Heather's on tonight. Wonderful. News from Heather. So she's bringing Mexican chocolate cookies with a hint of chipotle. So that's probably what we'll put with the.
Oh my God.
That sounds wonderful. Thank you, Heather. So
This is Heather. So she makes these spring Earl cookies.
Yeah.
So this is a special mold that she created to obviously show off our logo, our snail. And but she creates all these amazing molds. If you come in, you'll see cookies with all different stories being told on them and the pictures that they depict.
should we bring a restock of cookies too? So
And it's a unique cookie. You're not going to find these in very many places in the world. There's just a few people making these around here that I know of. One actually, I don't know if anybody else. And but there's buzz out there, so I'm sure there's other people doing it. But come on Valentine's Day, and you'll learn all about the Springle cookies. Because I'm not going to try and tell the story. Heather will tell the story way better than I will. So.
yeah. So she's doing Mexican chocolate cookies with a hint of chipotle, and then a soft brownie cookie with salted caramel dollop. I remember those from last year. Those were lovely.
Ever since we've had this combination, I've just loved it. It's just so amazing.
So this is the Winnipesaukee Chocolate's Little Squam Lake, which is a dark milk chocolate with cashews, raisins, and curry. So
Curry.
a very unique chocolate.
The curry.
And the wine is our Passion Popper, which is a kiwi berry dessert wine.
What kind of grape is that?
Ken?
It's a
Yeah,
little
what
one
are
that's
these?
called a kiwi berry.
It's a little kiwi berry grape.
Yeah, it's not really a grape, but it looks like a grape, but it's
Looks
called a
like
kiwi
grape.
berry.
It's called kiwi berry.
Yeah, not a kiwi berry grape.
So there's no real grapes in here.
No. There's some real kiwi berries.
Yeah, no fake grapes either.
Fake grapes either.
Real fruit.
Oh wow, that is really good. What a great combination.
great?
Yeah,
I
and
love
curry
this.
and cashew and the kiwi sweet.
You know who she?
nectar.
And Passion Popper is the name of a variety of kiwi berry. That's why
It's not just for Valentine's Day.
It's not just for Valentine's Day. It's not
So
just
it's
for,
like
for having fun.
Double
saying-
meaning.
Yeah.
Wow.
This wine should be featured at every Thai restaurant in the world.
Yeah.
This just
Or Indian.
sings, or Indian.
Or Indian. Yeah, it would go really well with Indian.
Oh, it's just all about it.
Yeah.
It would go with the heat of the food.
Right.
It would hold up to that because it's so thick and so much body and exotic flavors in here. I mean, those kiwi berries just give off this amazing spice.
This wine has smoothed out really nicely over the years too.
What
Yeah,
year
look-
is this?
15.
Wow.
That's old. Yeah, we've
I
had
made
this
a
for a
big
while.
batch. I was experimenting
Yeah. Oh yeah.
with honey and kiwi berries and put this together. I love the combination. But you know, we have a few dessert wines, but it's hard to always sample those up at the bar.
Well, this is
We should. I'd like to cycle through our dessert wines
We should,
every
yeah.
other week, change the menu, or just swap it out, or maybe since we don't want to make a whole new menu. Well, no, I don't know how we do it. Anyway,
We'll figure that out.
we'll figure that out.
Is this on our dessert pair or flight?
No, not right now. Right now we're doing Melange Blanc.
Oh, but it
It-
was
I
on
think-
the flight, right?
It was. I'm trying to remember why we took it off.
I think maybe just for
No, no,
change.
yeah.
Yeah, maybe just switch things up. Maybe we were worried we were running out of it.
Nope.
We still have a bunch. I don't know.
7 years old.
I know.
Because this is a
Still
very
has that
unique one.
Sort of marshmallow
Mm-hmm.
toasted. There was a portion of this that was in barrels, my little barrel for a while. That got blended
This
in.
is one of the most interesting wines you've ever made. It's just so interesting. There's so many interesting
And it's-
flavors and
It
characters.
is just the kiwi berries.
And it has that, it really has an incredible amount of acidity for something that's this.
Well, that's right. Part of this I left in that little French oak barrel for 2.5 years.
Wow.
And I had some of it in a tank, staying in stainless steel, that was stayed a lighter straw color. And the stuff that was in the barrels turned browner.
It is
And then I
quite dark.
blended
Yeah.
Is it
together.
oxidized?
It was getting oxidized
Yeah.
in the barrel.
Very orange. Yeah.
Kiwi berries have been your nemesis.
These we got from Kiwi Dave.
Yeah.
These are kiwi days.
You've been challenged with how to work with kiwi berries since the beginning, and you've had some real hits along the way, and then you've had some that you've really struggled with. But
Yeah.
this one's a hit.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
really interesting.
like today, you get to preview the next batch of Meredith Bay White.
Oh my God.
And I think
Oh,
that really turned out
this
nice.
is off topic, but
That's okay. I will allow the
Meredith
tangent.
Bay White
So yeah, so on Friday, right? You're bottling.
All on Friday, but
2
we don't have
batches?
labels, so it's not going to be ready for a while.
Won't be out yet, but
It's a summer wine. We shouldn't really set in the winter anyway, but it's up there with your best whites ever, and maybe best.
so yeah, this is
Unbelievable.
Meredith
Did
Bay.
you
We
try
had
it?
it last
It's nowhere
year.
near as complex as the Lake House White, though.
Yeah,
I got
that's,
it side by
yeah,
side.
okay.
So last year you came out with the Meredith Bay White and the Winnie White around the same time, and it blew people away. And how many? Do you remember how many cases you made last year with Meredith Bay?
I don't know.
It wasn't much. It
I
was
only
gone
had
in a matter of weeks.
16 last year.
It
was a huge hit, yeah.
I think I have 7. We'll have 7.
Excellent.
I know I run out of time. But
Yeah.
we just
But you have that, and then you have the other
The Winnie White.
And the
which
Winnie
which
White.
is also very popular and about the
That's
same
also
as
about
that.
the same.
Yeah,
70%
and
lower.
we're not quite out of last year's Winnie White yet.
Oh,
There's still just a couple cases.
Really?
Yep, just what's on the shelf right now. But
Yeah,
that's
that's right. We pulled it off because
Yep.
we're just about out.
yeah, everything we have is in the winery right now.
Right.
So there's about 2 to 3 cases,
And that's it.
and that's it.
Well, that's good to know. I'll try that side by side with the new one.
Oh yeah, that'll be fun. Maybe
You know,
next week. Might be a topic.
yeah, maybe. Or when we release it.
That's true. Yeah, when that plan.
I find it fascinating. Each time we have these conversations, I'm learning something every Monday. We're here supposed to be talking to the audience and sharing our wisdom, but there's so much to discover and learn when you dig in on these wines and the food and pairing, and it just
This one's
Great
starting.
experience.
This one's got a little bit of sediment on the bottom now too. It's awesome. You know, like red wines, they can go into the bottle, and there's no sediment at all. Everything is in liquid. But they're very complex molecules in wine, and sometimes those molecules will link up, and they'll link up again, and they become
too heavy.
big enough to be particles, and then those particles settle out. And this can happen to red wines. I know you've seen this, and my dad had seen it. Very old red wines sometimes can lose all their color. Every bit of redness drops, and you're left with clear, watery ethanol with a bunch of red sludge at the bottom of the bottle.
Hasn't that happened to some of the wines that you brought from New York?
Yeah, it's a 1947
Yeah.
Rothschild, I think.
Yeah.
That one went clear?
Yeah.
Well, that's amazing.
We should try it.
You should try it.
We did. We opened it.
We did, yeah.
We did.
We had a few.
Yeah.
Very overripe and hazelnutty and
Right.
they're low alcohol too. Actually, it's a little
Yeah.
scary that way. I mean, well, I'm not that there's low alcohol, but how bacteria could get in there and
Right.
kill.
Well, it's still at 11%. What are the odds?
I doubt it. I was probably like 4% or something.
Why, you think the alcohol blows off?
Yeah. I think that's part of what the evaporation is. That's what it is. Doesn't taste alcoholic.
Well, you try it and tell us how it worked out, and then.
Well, Ken can try it.
I'll try it.
Yeah, that's right.
I'm happy to try it.
Well, that was delicious.
Well, he stuck his finger in a little puddle of water today when you.
Did he?
Oh, wow.
Did he do that?
That's one way to find
It
out
was
whether
this
it's water.
disgusting liquid that had dripped on our ceiling when we had a pipe burst.
Oh,
Bob's like, is it wine? And I'm like, no.
Don't do that. So I tried it with this salty chocolate.
I did spit it back out because I was thinking to myself, boy, I probably could have ingested quite a bit of bacteria there.
That's not good. Don't do that.
not good with the salted.
So
Don't worry, I go in 110 degree hot tub.
no, I dropped the temperature. It was 107.
All right, what were you going to say about the chocolate?
Yeah, so it did not go. This passion popper is not a good salty chocolate.
Oh, I bet not.
Yeah,
So
it's not
We've had a
chocolate.
hard time with
We've
the
had a hard
salted
time.
one.
We
Yeah.
got a bag of these little tasters from Loon.
And they're
it was this-
brilliant.
this
I love
delicious
these little
chocolate with
nubbins.
the
They're
salt
so
on it.
cute.
Yeah,
See these little cute
but
little.
it's got a salt.
It's the main sea salt. They're dark chocolate, which is fantastic chocolate.
But we
But
can't find a wine
Well, I
that
think
it
it would
goes well
go. I
with.
think it would go well with like the deep blue or something.
Nope. Nope.
No.
I got it.
so.
Beer.
Weird.
That's good.
No way.
That's right. We'll have to think about
Dark
actually.
beer, it goes great. It's chocolate.
So Heather is bringing salted caramel cookies, and I'm wondering if
Beer.
last year we did deep blue with them. And I wonder if we can come up with
Beer.
something a little better. I don't think we can give out beer samples,
Chocolate
Bob.
goes with dark beer.
All right.
We'll have to think about
Could do a
that.
stout or a Baltic porter or,
Yeah.
you know, something like that.
Yeah.
There it is.
We'll have
I'm
to.
sure we have those in our
Mhm.
in our dump.
But with the
We can
deep
serve
blue,
samples, right?
I don't know.
I think we can do samples of the beer.
Why can't we?
Yeah.
So
We've got
We
it.
can.
Yeah, okay. We've got,
I'll look into it, but I think that's fine.
we have the Northwoods coffee porter.
I mean, if it's what we,
coffee porter.
what
yeah.
goes with that, we might want to do that. Just pour a
That'd be
little,
pretty
little
cool.
1 ounce beer,
Yeah.
everybody.
That'd be fun.
That's
Something a
great.
little different.
Break the mold
At
a
a
little bit.
winery. This is
Beer at a winery? Yeah. We like beer
What did we
too.
do here all
Next thing we'll
day
have a slushy
Saturday?
machine.
And then
Drinking beer.
wine ice cream.
Winery.
Wine ice
We've
cream.
lost our compass. Our compass is just
We start making wine out of fruit and vegetables and flowers and
totally.
crazy stuff like that.
Zucchini.
What's wrong with grapes?
Who would
What's wrong with
tomatoes?
grapes?
Who would do that?
So what else do we have? That goes
So
with
we
chocolate?
have
We
the,
have- we have to clean our glasses.
Color over
Yeah.
here.
Because we can't put.
yeah, so I would say
glue on top
we
of-
can open up this bar of
These-
Loon
these two have
chocolate.
water. I'll rinse ours.
We could open up this bar of Loon chocolate and taste it with a deep blue.
Is
I
that
think
the-
would be.
is that so this is a not so sweet chocolate, right? So
Yes, it's a
goes-
72% chocolate. So dark, a little bit bitter.
I do
pear's
like the Loon
nice.
chocolate.
Yeah. So this one is their 72% Pisa, Haiti. So I believe that means that that's where Haiti is where they're getting these coffee beans. No, sorry, chocolate, cocoa beans. I believe that's sort of their.
That smells so good.
After hand sorting only the finest beans, we roast, shell, and stone grind our beans for over 72 hours and then blend with organic cane sugar and a touch of organic cocoa butter.
Yeah, that's beautiful. What a great mold they have too.
You know that
Coffee
Loon,
beans in there.
Loon Chocolate is the only chocolatier in New Hampshire who makes. Look at how the wine chases up the glass. I love that.
Oh, the water from that you rinsed it with?
Oh, yeah, that's beautiful.
So they're the only chocolatier in New Hampshire that makes their chocolate from raw ingredients.
I thought the place in Peterborough did that also.
They bought that place.
Oh.
Wait, Loon Chocolate bought Burdick's?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, I didn't know.
I could be
Because
wrong. If I'm wrong,
Burdick's has
sorry.
been around for quite a while,
What were
right?
you calling it?
Burdick's over in
I don't know if we're talking about the same
oh, it
place.
might be a different place. They're Walpole. is
Yeah,
the-
no. we're not
Okay,
talking
that's
about
Great
different. Okay.
chocolate.
Oh my God. That's
Oh, you're talking Van Otis.
Nope.
No, I thought Loon bought them. No, I don't know. Anyway,
oh yeah. Oh my God, yeah. Yep. No, that works.
Yeah, because deep blue is not that sweet. It's sweet, but not super, super sweet. And this chocolate is sweet, but not super, super sweet.
No.
Mm-hmm.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
But you know what? I bet you it'll go a little bit better with deep red
Really?
mm-hmm.
Wow.
because of that raspberry chocolate.
Should I just drink it out of the bottle? And...
Yeah, go for it. I can't believe you're doing that in front of everybody.
Sacrilege.
that just as a
Total sacrilege. We've reached new standards.
It goes better with deep red.
Really? Deep red?
and now you've backwashed
Yeah.
the bottle, so we can't do it.
No, you can't. I'm going to drink the rest of it.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'll get a bottle downstairs. We must have
Seems
it
like
open
you're
somewhere else.
enjoying that chocolate.
That
Chuck.
chocolate is really good. Well, just the right,
It's got a great texture.
yeah, the right saltiness, the right texture, the right, and there's the flavors that really that chocolate cocoa thing really connects well with something in here in the blueberry world of flavors too.
I have to say, it does go brilliantly with the deep blue as well, but I think that you're right about the deep red.
It actually
The higher
makes-
acidity in the deep red
Mhm.
cuts through the dark
Mhm.
bitterness of the chocolate.
to me, it brings out the blueberry flavor. I mean, just that like hit you over the head with blueberry. The chocolate juxtaposes that flavor. It's like blueberry that I wasn't getting in this before I had the chocolate with it. So it's one of those things where both things are elevated
better.
by the,
Yeah.
by the relationship they have with flavors. So
Which has been happening all
Mm-hmm.
all through the show. I mean, the chocolate cake and the deep red and the Melange Blanc and the lemon or vanilla cake with peaches and apples. It's
I
been
like-
happening all
Yeah.
through this.
I like doing deep blue with a little tiny bit of vanilla ice cream.
Whoa.
That's like it. Actually, the first time I had something like that was what's his name? Guy local to New Hampshire who makes that blackberry.
Oh,
Like the blackberry cello?
Blackberry cello.
When I first had that, it was at the Uncorked Festival, and that's the way he served it, was a little bit of his blackberry dessert wine, kind of like, it's made like limoncello, but with blackberries. And it's stronger than this. It's much more, I think it's much higher alcohol, I think.
Yeah.
But paired with that nice, sweet, creamy vanilla ice cream is fantastic. And so I've done that with his at home before, but also with Deep Blue. It's very nice. Little dessert.
And what are you
Deep
pairing
blue
that with,
float.
Bob? Deep blue?
That was Marika, right? You suggested we pair that with the
That
deep blue?
or over in that little urn over there is some mulled wine. Might not be very warm anymore, but that might go nicely with the gingerbread.
I think that's what we're pairing it with Saturday, right? Or Sunday.
It sounds like she's not bringing gingerbread. She's bringing the chipotle cookies, but I think the spice will go nicely.
I want to
either
try
way.
it with the mulled wine. Definitely.
It'll go well with the mulled wine because of the cinnamon and the spices and the.
Anybody else want to try a little mulled wine?
I love it.
Oh, I love the flavors in this.
Yeah.
Ginger, cinnamon.
That chocolate is so
So that
smooth.
goes really well with the blueberry. Really well. The spices of the cookie carry in with the wine and meld with the wine. It goes really well.
Wow, we just,
Little snail head. He's so cute.
wow. That's good. Great. It's great.
So what kind of mulled wine is this?
Petite blue.
Deep blue?
Oh yeah, that's low.
You were right. It's perfect with the deep blue.
Yeah, it goes really well. I bet
Yeah.
better than the deep red. It
It's
wouldn't go
just
very
like-
well with the deep red.
I
but
put
it goes
cinnamon and
perfect.
nutmeg in my blueberry pie, and that's
Yeah,
just sort
that's,
of,
that's why it goes well.
It's really good with the mulled wine too. This mulled wine is really nice. Do we sell, is this our packets that we sell?
Yep. Yeah.
That's really nice.
Yeah, we have a really good, we switched the sort of spice company that we were getting it from this year, but the company that we are working with now, we can ship them off a bunch of our corks, even used corks as long as they're in good condition. And they'll send us back these spice packets that have our cork on them. And it's a little kind of linen-esque bag with the spices in it and our cork on top. So you
And
can
the
just,
cork floats it?
the cork floats it. So you drop
Oh,
drop the
that's
whole
good.
bag right in.
Okay.
Versus the ones we had before, we had the little plastic baggies. So you had to have cheesecloth or a T-ball or something to make it at home.
So these must be double wrapped so that they have the spice thing and
It's
then,
just a spice
it's got
packet.
a cellophane wrapper over the outside of it to
It-
keep it fresh?
Nope.
Or
It doesn't.
No.
It probably should.
Huh.
Now that I think about
it's fine that way.
it. Yeah. But it's nice, yeah, because the cork makes it just float in your pot of wine and you can pull it out easily and not have to
A lot of the
filter it or anything.
the chalets on the slopes in the Alps had mulled wine.
yeah.
You could go in, get a beer or whatever, and they have mulled wine.
And a lot of people were enjoying it.
Yeah, yeah.
Blue vine's awesome.
What is it? Blue vine?
Blue vine.
What's that?
It's just a German version.
Glühwein.
Yeah. Yeah. It's, I don't know what it means actually. So we're usually red wine, it's sweet.
Yep.
And it's, has some spices. in it,
It's
But it's not
spiced. I think it means spiced.
pretty spicy, but it's not terribly sweet. I mean,
Right.
This is sweeter than glue. But very popular and very delicious. And it warms you up.
Mm.
That's the better than like a beer or something that
It's cold.
cold.
Get your alcohol in a warm way.
This has been a heck of a dinner.
Yeah. I know.
A good dinner, huh?
Yeah, good dinner.
A good dinner, yes, indeed.
Yeah, so going back to the deep blue after that, it's not
Yeah.
such a great thing.
Yeah.
The spiced.
Yeah,
the
because
spiced wine.
this is quite sweet and has a lot of spices and,
And now
it
that-
starts to, kind of overwhelm, makes this a little bitter. Excellent. Wow, what a great foreshadowing for the Valentine's Day. program.
Yeah.
This
So are
Sunday,
you
right?
gonna set up stations upstairs here?
It's going to be downstairs
Oh, it's gonna be
again.
downstairs.
Yep, like what we
Okay.
did for the wine and cheese a couple weeks ago. It'll be downstairs. 4 stations around the room, a couple at the tasting
So
bar.
that will allow people to come in and have their
Exactly. So they
regular
can,
meals and-
yes.
and wine.
so
the
you can
public
come and
do-
enjoy the tasting, and then if you want to stick around, either before or afterwards, so you can do it in whatever order you want, and
And
you
do
can eat
people
and
know
drink
they don't
around
have
it.
to get here immediately at 11
Yes,
o'clock?
so we actually set it up on Eventbrite for different time slots, so people can
Very
sign up
good.
for 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock.
Good.
But anytime between 12 and 4, you can come in. You can buy tickets at the door. Club members, if you're out there listening, I would recommend buying tickets at the door because you will get a club discount on it. And I don't think we have that set up in Eventbrite. So club members, buy your tickets at the door. There's plenty of space for you. Don't worry about it. But that would be my recommendation. And of course, anybody could buy tickets at the door, but it is helpful if you buy them in advance. That way we have a little better estimate of how many people are coming.
Right.
But it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, it's nice. I think people that don't know about it and they show up and they come in and they see all these people enjoying, and right then and there they can, well, if you just want to come in and go upstairs as normal and have some food and drink, fine. But if you like, you can do this as well.
Yep. And there won't be any regular tastings that day unless you come in at 4 o'clock onward, for the last hour of the day.
So the bar will be dedicated to Valentine's tastings.
Yep. So no regular tastings that day,
Great.
but this is, I think, well worth the extra. It'll be extra.
So
fun.
we'll have to find a way. So we'll have to have a greeter at the door, both to either if they're part of the event, pour the first wine, or if they're not part of the event, provide direction for where they can go to sit and have their food.
Yep,
If they
that'll
want
be
to come
neat.
for lunch or.
Yeah, it'll be good. I had another thought. What was my other thought? Oh, the timing is such that if you are having a Super Bowl party or attending a Super Bowl party, you can have the wine and chocolate first and still make it home.
Oh, good. Because otherwise nobody would be coming to our Valentine's Day.
I think
event.
there would still be plenty,
I don't think,
but
I don't think the patrons are
we've
playing
had
this
that.
year. So.
Yeah.
Does anybody care? I mean, Pat's
I don't know who is playing.
I don't know.
I don't know. You seem very selective about the football games you watch.
I watched the
Okay.
little round ball. Football.
Yes.
Yeah.
So there's that.
So there's plenty of.
And when's the
Round ball.
fishing derby? That's
Oh yes, that's the other. It's a doubly big weekend. So this weekend is fishing derby in the Meredith area. The lake has frozen over. They officially declared ice in.
I heard that.
Really?
They did, yes.
Wow.
There was speculation last week that it wasn't going to happen this year,
Right.
but after that cold snap, they did officially declare ice in. Don't think the bay here is safe for skating yet, and judging from the temperatures this week, it might not be. It's supposed to be 47 on
Well, it's going to
Friday.
be very cold at night.
But
It'll
it's
be
so
down to
cold
8
at night,
degrees
so
it'll
maybe
add-
it'll keep solidifying.
And ice out in the same month.
It's
That
possible.
never happened before in the history of this lake.
I don't
Yeah.
know. Now, I have to ask, does ice in mean that the lake is completely frozen or that it's just blocking the Mount Washington
It's
from
the
going
Mount
to 3?
It's all based on Mount
It's all about
Washington.
the Mount
Does it go? Does it
Wilkesboro,
travel
Alton, and Meredith, or Weirs,
during the winter?
and Weirs. Yeah, no, it doesn't go any of those places, but the rule is if it can't make it between all 3 of those ports,
Oh, that's
that's
official.
ice in.
That's
Oh, well then you know the rule and I don't.
So,
I thought it meant there's ice across the whole lake, but
no, ice
that
in
makes
is
sense.
about the Mount Washington.
But see, the Mount Washington could probably plow through a very thin layer
I
of
don't think
ice.
they look at it that
I
way.
don't think they
No.
look at it that way.
Okay.
They wouldn't probably, it's not built to be
Yeah.
an icebreaker, so
No.
it probably wouldn't be a good idea. But so they made that rule because how do you do ice out? And there's going to be little
That's
floating ice
true,
around,
yeah.
right? There's going to be some bays that are going to take a little
That's
longer.
a good point. Yeah.
So they had to come up with a rule because they didn't want ice
Yeah.
out to be when the last ounce of ice melts because who knows when that happens. You
Right.
can't see that from the air.
Mhm.
So that was the
That
way
makes
they did
sense.
it. Yeah.
But the nice thing I found about fishing derby is it's unlike pond hockey where it's centered at that location. That's where everything's happening.
Fishing derby.
Fishing derby is centered here, right in downtown Meredith.
It's where you get your fish.
That's where
weighed.
you get your fish weighed, where the licenses are, all the
You buy
sort of
your
main
tickets
the main
and-
focus is here. But you can fish anywhere in the area,
anywhere in New Hampshire.
anywhere in New Hampshire. Wow. So
you
it is
could
sort of
be up on
spread
a
out.
Connecticut lake, catch a big trout, drive it all the way down here to be weighed on the side.
As far as I know, yeah.
That is very interesting. Yeah. So it doesn't matter if it wasn't frozen here, but here is the center, which means it is a busy time for Meredith. And like last weekend, we are going to have several breweries here.
4, right?
Yep. So it is, I don't know. I just think of the pond hockey crowd.
We're going to be doing the Valentine's thing downstairs, and we're going to have
No, different days.
Valentine's on Sunday.
So Valentine's Day is on Sunday. The dessert pairing's on
right,
Sunday.
okay.
We're doing our fishing derby event. Though the derby is all weekend, but we're doing the event on Saturday. Because just I feel like generally the pond hockey and fishing derby crowd is a little more the beer drinking crowd.
People are taking off on Sunday.
True.
They're wrapping up, and
Well, they're going to the
Saturday.
Super Bowl party.
Mhm.
Well, they're going to Super Bowl.
So we're gonna have 4 breweries up here. Hopefully, I haven't gotten another confirmation from Concord Craft, but I reached out to them today. But we are
Are you saying there's free beer?
free beer. That's the most important thing. But we've got Moat Mountain Brewing is going to
Why
be
wouldn't you
here.
come here?
Henniker Brewing is going to be
Free beer.
here.
Free beer.
Twin Barns is going to come back, and I believe Concord Craft will be on board as well.
Right.
So
Fantastic.
several breweries
And
up
if
here.
it was anything at all like last Saturday with our 3 brewers,
It'll be a great time.
A lot of fun.
free beer.
I see attendance.
It was a lot of fun. I really enjoyed
Free
it.
beer.
People seem to like free beer. I don't know why.
Free beer.
I
We had a
like-
few.
I
There were a
like
few folks that were up here.
Yeah,
There was that
I've
one
heard
group that was
that.
here for
All day.
at least a couple hours.
If they give it to you,
And
you
just
kind of word it
enjoying
like
chatting with
really worth it.
everyone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they
I mean,
give it away.
I know,
It's the only
it's-
thing they can get for it.
Karen's gonna be
Give it
here.
away.
Yep, Karen's going to be here.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Christine wishes she was, but she's headed off on a cruise in the Caribbean.
Oh, well,
So I guess-
you'll have some fun.
That's all
Good.
right.
Good for you, Christine.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah,
awesome.
I think she's leaving next Saturday.
I won't be here either. I'm gonna
Where are
Where?
you going? Rome again?
No, I'm going to Japan.
Oh, this is going to be one of your Japan
Yeah,
trips.
going to Japan.
I
Awesome.
wonder what kind of specialty alcohols you might discover there.
Water.
Water. Japanese water.
Water. Yeah.
And oh,
Really hot tub. Hot
Really-
springs,
really hot?
120 degrees Fahrenheit.
40 Celsius.
No, 120 Fahrenheit.
They make sake there too, don't they?
And whiskey. And good
And
beer.
whiskey.
Too, actually, for
Good
that.
whiskey.
They do have good beer. Sapporo is made
That's
in
the one.
Japan, right?
That's the one that
love Sapporo.
I always
It's a nice
get if I
beer.
go out for
Yeah, there's
sushi.
some nice Japanese
Yeah,
beer.
same here. Sapporo.
Because it's
That's
the
the
one
one.
that's
I
always on the
want to try
list.
some good plum wines.
Oh,
Rice
yes.
wines,
Yeah.
plum wines.
That
Yeah.
sounds great.
No, it's a lot to look forward to in Japan, for sure.
We're coming out with 100% plum wine this year.
Ooh,
Wow.
more teasings.
More teasings. We got a whole bunch of new releases this year. We got like 6 wines we're going to be releasing. That's another teaser.
Ooh.
So-
Oh, good. Gary and Paul are hoping to stop by on their way up to Smugs this weekend.
oh, good.
Great.
Lovely. And Priscilla's still hung up with her leg, but she's getting there.
Oh, well,
She'll be here.
Fast recovery,
Yes.
Priscilla.
Mm-hmm.
We're rooting for you. So
Oh,
this brings us to the end
yeah.
Excellent.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
of another hour, another Monday.
Wow.
wow. Thank you for spending
Where does
I'm
the
sugared
time
up.
go?
Mhm.
I'm sugared up too.
Yeah. Yeah.
So get sugared up next Sunday. Hey, there's all kinds of other exciting things happening.
February's
February's packed.
wild.
We
Yeah.
have a fundraiser for Ukraine on the 19th. We have a folk show, our very first inaugural folk show on Wednesday, the 22nd. That's going to be a really fun event. We've got 3 folk artists coming to
Katie
talk about their
Dobbins is
work.
heading that up.
Katie Dobbins Music is partnering with Hermit Woods to sponsor this new event. It'll happen at the end of the third Wednesday of every month, and the last Wednesday of every month. I'm sorry, and which the 22nd of February is going to be. That's why that was hard for me, because that is the last Wednesday. We have a comedy show coming on March 5th. We had Kelly McFarland. She was here last year. She's bringing
Great show last year.
a new pre-show artist to come present with her, and so we're looking forward to that. And then we have a couple really excellent shows.
So we've got,
we have a jazz
Isabel
quintet
Stover.
coming.
And then
Don't we have a movie
Lost
about-
Sugar
Don't we have a
Kings.
movie about
We
you?
have a movie tomorrow.
Oh yeah, movie night tomorrow
There's a movie
night.
about
What is it
me.
about?
It's about
It's what about Bob?
It's all about Bob.
What's something about Bob? Something
That's
about
a
Bob.
very
I don't
funny
know.
movie. Yeah.
I went to the premiere.
And we're going to have a drinking contest. So every time somebody says Bob,
Bob has to drink.
Bob has to drink. So it's going to be really
It's
fun.
going to be
shoot,
very
I
Good thing he
Make that
walks
movie.
home.
This sounds like a collegiate activity.
That could be
All right.
fun. Yeah, come on over for movie night. We'll have What About Bob on the big screen, 6:30.
We'll have something creative to share with you next Monday at
As
5:30.
always.
And thank you again for everybody coming out. And please enjoy the rest of your evening. And we'll look forward to seeing you again next Monday. Good night, folks.
Cheers.
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 Cheers.